This is my first time out. Or second time out today. As you can see, I'm walking my bike. But my front tire is rolling. I had to disassemble the brake. So my brake is wide open, my front brake. The V brake. It's gripping my front tire and it's keeping the front tire from moving and causing me a lot of issues. So anyhow, let me tell you what took place. So the first time that I went out was 5 a.m. When I left at 5 a.m., I went to Circle K. I went to Circle K to put air in my tires. Oh, and this guy just rolled. So So check this out. I'm on Cole Avenue right now, and I've never seen this many people on Cole Avenue. When I pass through, but my activity also has been minimal. So it's not like I pass through here all the time. So yeah, they got it's crazy. So anyhow, my front tire is rolling. I'm very, very, very happy about that, which technically means I can ride. I wore my raggedy Nikes that the government tore up really quick. That should technically be still in brand new shape in case I want to use the, foot on back tire method in order to stop. But as I was leaving, Phil, that stays literally right across the street, 316, directly across from 315, the duplex I stay in. He was sitting on the porch when I would decide to take my bike out. By the time I came out, he was gone. I thought he went inside. When I hit the end of Upland, he was acting like he wasn't on that street. He was trying to act like he saw me somewhere other than there. Okay? Because they're acting like they're me. So he was on this bike and he was riding it. The same one I talked about previously. And I was acting like I was on the phone because I didn't want to be bothered. And although I have this issue, I'm not interested in having him fix it. And I know he probably could. So, oh no, I left a couple pieces. Oh, well, I think those were just like extras. I'm pretty sure they were. Yeah, so he rolled by and he spoke, but he didn't do the friendly thing and grinning thing that he normally does. It was more straightforward. And yeah, to the point, like, hey, how you doing? Anyhow, this trip that I'm taking the autos on is 5 miles to and from, so 10 total. And I walked 2 this morning. And of course I'm gonna go to a place, maybe 2 in between, simply because I have to get brown sugar, like dark brown sugar. When I looked yesterday at Family Dollar, they didn't have it. They had light. So while I'm on this side of town, I'm gonna be in Salt a bit. They were telling me earlier, they said that white people want you to know that we hate you, but we feel some type of way. And they were also saying, you know, that someone was waiting to sabotage me. So often, when a neighbor gets out like that, to be seen, they're trying to show up where I'm going in order to mistreat or either act like they did something they didn't do. Lately, they've been acting like they're doing something to help, like they're documenting things correctly, like they're finding error in their way, and they aren't. So, the guy that I spoke with earlier at AutoZone was white. His name was Brian. He told me he'd be there till 10, and he would take a look at my bike for me. Which probably, you know, like, with this whole government thing, and how they're able to just show up and assume consciousness, you know, using these identities, that probably wasn't something that I should have saw as concrete, but this is before all the problems occurred. This is before all their issues with me occurred. So, as the day went on, and you know, it grew close to time, they found a reason. And I think that's what Phil showing up was about. But we'll see. I'll record when I get there. And I know exactly what's wrong with this bike. I'm gonna try to ride it a little bit as soon as I get on one of the off streets, because they were doing some really bad things to me this morning when I tried to ride this bike. They were acting like I was a 300-pound bitch and fatiguing my tires like just about every minute on a minute. I got nowhere, and I was only a 0.07 miles away. So just about a mile away from home. It took me forever to get back. Just like it took me forever to walk, because when I walked, I was walking with this force. You know, the tire wasn't moving, so it was almost like a drag, you know, and I had to apply a lot of force. And after I added the air, I was able to ride it back. But there still had to be quite a bit of force applied. I had to overexert myself, rather. So yeah, I'm gonna get on one of these off streets and see how it goes.